How's it going, everyone? It is Liam Catterson here, and we are reacting to Brooklyn Nine-Nine. This is episode number 11 of season 2, halfway done. So, yeah, and I'm excited to see what happens in this episode, as we had the Pontiac Bandit return in the last episode. I'm sure that we haven't seen the last of Doug Judy, of course, but it was really, really nice for him to make a return and to cause annoyance to Rosa, of course, and be, I guess, low-key BFFs with Jake. But, yeah, it was a nice kind of, I guess, Christmas-esque episode during the middle of a heat wave, so a bit of an odd combination, but yeah, oh well. So yeah, I'm excited to see what this episode has in store. So with that said, let's get into episode number 11 of season 2 for Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Let's go.
Around my neck.
Also, we clean up the streets.
Yeah, sure, that's good too. So I've been planning how to zing Madeline when she puts the medal on.
Oh God.
Lunchtime is over. It's a play on lunchtime.
Yes, devastating burn, sir. But you know what would really show her is if you said nothing.
Raymond.
Madeline?
You won. Go ahead and gloat, you toad.
Thank you for this honor, Deputy Chief.
Okay.
Surprised.
Lunchtime is over.
Oh, damn.
No regrets.
You should be psyched. That's a very up-and-coming mafia.
His soldiers used the site to drop off money and pick up weapons. We need a couple of teams to do long-term stakeouts.
I'm out. 4 hours is the most I've ever spent alone with any human. It was the worst experience of my life.
We drove to Boston together. That was about 4 hours.
Oh,
I see what just happened.
The only disadvantage is this condemned hotel.
Did not go well.
That's not going to be a problem for us. The only time I ever yelled at Charles was cheering him on at his roller boogie competition.
We never fight.
Oh,
It won't
see,
be a
complimentary
stakeout. It'll be a
yelling.
staycation. Stake me out tonight. I don't want to let you go till we catch
Lunchtime
this guy.
is over
We
was
already have a
better.
theme song.
That concludes this meeting.
Ooh, what's this?
None of your
Farmer.
The drawings look like you two, but only because it's easier for me to draw from real life. The
Inspired.
whole squad's in here. Tiny Squirrel is Charles. The Walrus is Captain Holt. And
Aw.
the heads on both ends. That's just Captain Scott. It's a kid's book, Santiago. This is
Have you
why
not
I
heard of Cat Dog?
Picking it apart.
Knox, camera, night vision goggles, computer, and
Oh, okay.
Basketball.
You need a little bit of fun on a
I love
staycation.
that. My whole problem with basketball was big ball, tiny hands. Tiny ball, problem solved. Oop me.
ready, ooping. 1, 2, 3.
Did I look as cool as I felt?
How cool
Yeah.
did it feel?
But let me just add one little thing off topic. Rosa wants to bone your nephew.
Take me out tonight.
I am too stunned to speak.
What?
So it's kind of like wine tasting.
And I hear you, buddy. I really do. It's pretty gross. So maybe just while we're together.
Not
you
flattering.
can
Would you do
keep
that
the
on a
old cheaper
date?
shut.
Okay. But I don't complain about how gross your meal is.
What's gross
Oh,
about pancakes
here we
with butter
go.
and
We're
maple
having
syrup?
the
You
squabbles.
completely abandoned the pancake part. Now you're just eating butter with syrup on it.
Yeah, I cut out the carbs. This is me being healthy.
Okay, well, we're talking about Die Hard.
Okay, I can do that.
Ooh,
Or
that's a
Die Hard
challenge.
2 or Die Hard 3.
What? Come on. So you just want me to talk about the fourth one?
There's a fourth one?
Charles!
No judgment on the Die Hards.
All right, fine. What else?
Okay. No eating mayonnaise straight from the jar. No using my toothbrush. And that's it. Jake, this no-no list, it's a slam dunk. Oop me.
Ooping!
Oh, no, you still didn't get it.
Asked me to ask you if you are single. I told him I'm not a third-grade girl with pigtails. That's lovely.
Yeah, it's so immature.
Precisely.
It's embarrassing.
Agreed.
I am single.
Oh.
But if Marcus wants my number, he can ask me for it.
Yes, you gotta get the courage.
Who will tell him that?
You got to, Holt.
You can scoot your ass back in line. My coffee needs are just as important as yours.
She's. Oh no! You can't waste all that
I
coffee.
try not to judge people, so I wouldn't know.
Maybe I should go check on little Amy and give her the greatest gift of all. A hug.
Full marketing schemes.
No calling legitimate business ideas schemes.
No licking fingers before turning pages. No infringing.
Oh no.
No tea ceremony. No cabbage patch. No park.
No Running Man, movie, or the dance.
No unrequested.
Wait,
lullaby.
no red wedding was that?
Style towels.
Oh, they've cracked. Oh my god, I had a feeling they would cover the whole room.
Team, everything's going great, right, Boyle?
Right, so great.
Good. See you in a couple of days.
Okay, sounds
fine.
good.
Bye.
They're gonna have to tear down this wall. Love you. They're gonna have to tear down this wallpaper. Cover their tracks.
Hold the door. These stories are nonsense. I love you guys. But if you're bringing something more to my book, that's on you.
Oh. They were just over analyzing
elevator,
this.
you could have walked off after your great speech. Now we all gotta sit in it.
Marcus, you leave? And Detective Diaz is here.
Holy
well.
shit.
Hey.
Oh no.
Marcus.
Kevin, Uncle Ray.
Marcus. And Cheddar. Cheddar is also here.
Would you care to join us? Sure.
This is awkward.
Shall we sit?
I don't think sit.
It's on the list.
So sick of the list. I don't even know what glib means.
Ask yourself this. Is it something you can hear
Oh, it's
Garfield
not
saying?
wallpaper
If
as
so,
well.
It's glib.
So what, you want me to just be Garfield's owner, John Arbuckle? Think about what you're saying. He's spineless and bland. And by the way, me keeping things light and
John
being
is a
Garfeldian
bitch.
is the only reason we...
Then we shouldn't be friends.
Great, because guess what? We're not friends.
Oh no.
That's fine with me, baby.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Well, the operation is blown.
Stake me out tonight.
This song, I stand by it. I could easily have done it with Scully.
Really? You would have applied that cream to his back.
No, I would have put it on the floor and let him roll around it. This isn't my first rodeo.
You need to find Disco. You can start by doing door duty. See if anyone knows where he is. Take Boyle.
Sir,
Ooh.
I'd
Patch
like
things
to
up.
request a new partner. I can't work with Charles. We're not friends.
Learned I'm perfect the way I am, and I should never change.
This is a symbolic gesture. I'm speaking to you as a friend, not a captain. And as your friend, I have this brassiere you left behind in Marcus's room.
Ooh. He paper bagged it.
But I don't want to talk to you about it.
Perfect, because I'm not comfortable knowing
You
about
can
it.
really absorb the
Great.
awkwardness.
Then let's never talk about it.
Let's never talk about anything.
Done.
This is Bisco's dance apartment. Maybe she sees something.
Let's just get this over with.
Hey! You dick! Oh, Jake! Took a left hook there.
Are we friends again?
No. We're brothers.
God,
Oh, yeah!
like that.
Look, brothers fight, but at the end of the day, they're always there for each other.
My brother had sex with my wife, and then he ran to the Florida Keys.
Don't ruin the moment.
Just be arrested, man. We're trying to have a moment here. Not
Exactly. Don't ruin this shit, you piece of shit. Have a moment. Look, it was obvious that they were going to bicker. Like, they were saying, "Ah, we're fine. Nothing bad's gonna happen." You could say the writing was on the wall. I will get out. Okay, now I will go. Anyways, superb stuff with this episode. You know, especially when it comes to a BFF situation, there are going to be those moments where you're going to squabble. I know I did with my best friend and I know this is a lot more of a juvenile time, but you think I guess relationship with your best friend is going to be immortal. There's going to be no cracks, and then there's going to come to a point where you're going to clash, and you're basically at war with each other sometimes. And that was the situation with my best friend. I remember, like, I used to find certain there was a moment where he was starting to piss me off, and he would agitate me. So it was it was the time. But no, there's gonna be those moments, I feel. And like I said, I feel like with Jake and Charles, especially with that stakeout, especially with how optimistic they were in regards to, hey, nothing bad's gonna happen between us, there was an inevitability. And as soon as the writing on the wall was initiated, that's where things start to get worse and worse. So yeah, but no, it was just pretty fun stuff to see. I guess a different side to Charles and Jake in this episode, because obviously they are basically best buds. They will always compliment each other. It's the blackcurrant aid, and they will always have nothing but love for each other, really. But there are going, like every friendship, there is going to come like certain points where you're not going to be as friendly, etc. And there are going to be barriers that you're going to hit in your like relationship. So that is that was the situation with Jake and Charles, and I really love that message at the end that they are brothers, because hey, they will sometimes bicker, etc., but they have each other's back, and that's always going to be a case with Jake and Charles. So I really loved how things went by in this episode, and it was pretty fun to see things just get progressively worse between them two, to the point where Charles sabotaged it, and so, but I gotta say, when they catched that guy, I have to say there was a lot more determination. There was that game face. They were focused as a hawk, and it was pretty good stuff. So I really loved it. But at the end of the day, with Jake and Charles, like I said, they're always gonna have each other's back. So yeah, but no, I really thought that the focus on Jake and Charles was pretty nice, pretty fun stuff, and nice to explore that there are certain flaws that either one of them can discover about the other, but at the end of the day, they've got to appreciate certain flaws as well, that aren't going to be, too much of a detrimental effect. But yeah, because every relationship, you gotta take certain flaws, etc. As long as you appreciate the I guess positive bond that you two have. So, and obviously we've seen time and again how Jake and Charles really do complement each other. So there are certain flaws you got to take, but this was I guess a learning curve for both of them. So and I just really loved the point where they were just adding stuff to the wall, etc. I was thinking, are they going to cover the entire room? Then they did. So yeah, you could just imagine the next person who is going to walk in there, because I was thinking, oh, just rip the wallpaper up. There was no wallpaper; it was a brick wall. So you could just imagine the next person's going to walk in there and be like, "What the hell?" So yeah. But no, it was pretty sweet stuff. I really loved the Jake and Charles situation. I loved all of the stories. Again, they were all pretty strong in their own way. There was the nice bit about Terry's book for his children, and how Gina and Amy were pretty frightened about the concept because they saw their faces associated to their characters. And they were worried about the perception that a reader would have on them, and that created a lot of panic, etc. But Terry's just like, don't read too much into this. So it is a ridiculous book at the end of the day. So but it was pretty nice for Terry to kind of clear the air for both Amy and Gina, because of the fact that they were, of course, panicking, etc. So, and it was a really, I thought it was really nice at, like when we began that story. So, yeah. So it was really, really nice. As he said, it's fiction at the end of the day. So, but there is that inspiration in terms of associating faces to his story, which not only is he putting a lot of thought into who this is aimed at, but he's putting a lot of thought into the people that he adores so much because they are inspirational to him. So, yeah. And I gotta say, the Holt and Rosa dynamic was just superb. Especially with Marcus, who I do hope is going to be a recurring character, especially for Rosa's sake, because Rosa deserves some happiness. But the similarities between Rosa and Holt is just uncanny, and it was just really, really great because obviously when Rosa came downstairs and discovered Kevin and Holt, there was it was like a soul left her body in the Rosa way you could expect, I would say. It was really, really awkward, and it was just very, very fun stuff. But I do really hope that there is a continuation. Maybe continuing a bit of awkwardness between Holt and Rosa, but it was really, really fun stuff seeing Rosa just be so startled at Holt, just discovering the fact that she spent the night with Marcus. So yeah, but Gina calling out Rosa like that was just like was a crime. Like, Rosa was so shook, and well, Holt was as well. Everyone was shook, but it was just so funny. But I, like I said, hope that Rosa does pursue happiness with Marcus, because I want Rosa to be happy. So maybe we might see a continuation. Holt and Rosa don't have to talk about it, just acknowledge it, like just tilt your head. Okay, no words need to be divulged. So yeah, no, but solid stuff with this episode. And I really enjoyed going through this. So yeah, but like I said, the whole thing was pretty great, especially the Jake and Charles situation. Like I said, I feel like most, if anything, all really, all should I say, if anything, most BFF relationships are going to reach a cracking point, really. And we had that happen with Jake and Charles. So it was really, really nice to have that in a very, very, I guess, isolated area, because of course they had to, they decided, hey, 8 days in the Stakeout, it will fly by. It will just be like, time hasn't flown over. And of course it was very, very long for them too, because of the fact that they were pointing out each other's flaws and annoying each other and wanting to rip each other's throats out. So yeah, but maybe there's going to be a new level of understanding between the pair. So yeah, but no, solid stuff with this episode. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Media Feeds channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!